Welcome back to Echo of Truth True Crime. People are saying this video is awkward, cringe, and whatever else. But here are my thoughts. Here's an investigative-style breakdown of what can actually be seen. Before Chris enters, Shanann appears to be recording herself and waiting in anticipation. Her attention is focused toward the doorway, suggesting she's expecting him to arrive. Her posture is relatively open, consistent with someone preparing for a surprise reveal. When Chris enters, his entrance appears subdued rather than energetic. He doesn't immediately display obvious excitement through large gestures such as raising his arms, rushing over, or broadly smiling. His movements are fairly measured, and there is a noticeable pause before engaging with what's happening. That subdued entrance is one reason many viewers describe the moment as awkward. Facial expressions. From this clip, Chris's face appears relatively neutral for much of the interaction. His smile, if present, is brief and restrained rather than broad or sustained. Shanann looks toward him repeatedly, seemingly monitoring his reaction. A neutral or restrained expression can have many explanations. Surprise, confusion, processing unexpected news, fatigue, discomfort at being filmed, distraction. The video alone cannot determine which of these is true. Body language. Observable behaviors include limited animated gestures. Physical distance is maintained initially rather than immediately closing the gap. The interaction feels somewhat cautious instead of spontaneous. Again, these are descriptions, not proof of emotional state. Why people perceive tension. Knowing what later happened in this family strongly influences how people interpret older videos. This is called hindsight bias. Without knowledge of the later murders, many people might simply see an introverted husband, someone surprised by a pregnancy announcement, or someone uncomfortable being recorded live. After learning the case, viewers often reinterpret the same behaviors as signs of relationship problems. Is there objective evidence of tension? There are a few observable cues that can make the interaction feel less warm than many pregnancy reveal videos. Chris's reaction is relatively muted. There is a slight delay before fuller engagement. The emotional energy between the two doesn't immediately appear synchronized. Shanann appears to seek or wait for his response. These factors can create the impression of awkwardness. What cannot be concluded? It would not be accurate to conclude from this clip alone that Chris was hiding murderous intent. Either person was lying. Their marriage was definitively in crisis. Any specific emotion, resentment, guilt, fear, etc., is proven by their expressions. Body language is not a reliable tool for diagnosing someone's internal state or predicting criminal behavior. So the awkwardness people notice is real in the sense that the interaction appears less enthusiastic than many expect from a pregnancy announcement, but the clip by itself does not establish the reasons for that dynamic. Much of its perceived tension is amplified by viewers' knowledge of the tragic events that occurred later. Leave a comment.